So believe it or not, despite the amount of plot and despite the story that is being told in the Basketball Crusades and all that, originally, well, not originally, but the whole reason I was making the Basketball Crusades at first, or not making it, but continuing it, why I decided to continue it after the episode in which I said, oh yeah, get ready for Act 7, when the Basketball Crusades is in Act 7, is because I wanted to use the Basketball Crusades as sort of like a facade in a sense, or like filler, but it's not filler. Yeah, I wanted to use it sort of like filler while I work on Act 7, but since I haven't done any work on Act 7 and I've just been working on all my side projects, that plan really didn't go as well. See, my plan is that by the end of episode 12, 13, 14, I don't know which one is going to be the final episode of the Basketball Crusades, but my plan is that at the end of that, I was going to have the rest of Act 7 prologue done, along with a bunch of other little things. But we're like 3 or 4 episodes away from that, and I'm not even close. I barely have even started, so it's kind of a problem. So yeah. Yeah, so that's what's going on with me. That's basically it. The Basketball Crusades was sort of used as like filler in order for me to work on Act 7 stuff, but I didn't work on Act 7 stuff. And so now that I'm not working on Act 7 stuff, I have to properly end the Basketball Crusades and then work on Act 7 stuff. But in order to do that, I need to make filler episodes which aren't as interesting as the Basketball Crusades. It's a very messy process, these last, 12 episodes or whatnot, but welcome back to To Memoria Freese. I will say, this has got to be the strangest, I think this might be one of the strangest arcs, or just, motions in this series. Because I've been doing, plot for, episode after episode, and then I have, a chill episode where I don't do plot, and it's just weird, because, it's weird to play the game like this after recording, I don't know, a little over an hour's worth of just the bump ba dum ba dum ba da da dum da dum da 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 da. It's so weird to just play the game now. It's weird to have these. It's weird to actually be able to talk and not freaking not do the voice of Lieutenant Inaru Aisha. So fucking weird, dude. It's so oh my. Anyway, I'm getting a little too deep into that. Like I've said in previous episodes, once all of this plot has been resolved, probably at the end of Act 7, prologue actually, because I feel like that would make more sense. Although, no, at the end of Act 7, just at the end of Act 7, really, I'll have a whole discussion about I won't really talk about Basketball Crusades. I'll probably talk about Basketball Crusades throughout all these filler episodes that you'll see in the next 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 days. There's gonna be a 20 to 30 minute episode talking about the process of Act 7, the way this was created and how these things came into place, and all this kind of stuff, and what could be next, what's not next, all that kind of stuff. Just a lot. Like, Act 7 is probably one of the most ambitious things that I've wanted to do for this series. And the crazy thing is, folks, and I can't... No, you know what? I'm not even gonna... No, I shouldn't spoil that. No, not gonna spoil that. Although, you know what I just realized? No. I was gonna say maybe, like... No. One thing I will say about Act 5. One thing I will say about Act 5. Or Act 7, sorry. One thing I will say about Act 7 that I don't think I've said before, but it needs to be said. Before... Well, actually, I think... No, I think I have mentioned it, but I'm just going to say it again. So, the way that, that's... Why do I keep on wanting to call it Stardust Crusaders? God fucking... The Basketball Crusades. The way the Basketball Crusades are released is that those are, you know, they've been kind of daily for the past week or so. And that's been really good. And the reason why they're daily is because they're mostly freestyle. And I mean, it just works. By the way, okay, you know, I just want to mention this really quickly. Speaking about the Basketball Crusades, yo, if y'all were wondering why the last episode, or like episode 10 of the Basketball Crusades was like that, it's so weird. It was because of, it's because I kept on trying to put the file into, okay, so you know the okay, so I'm gonna have to, okay, so there's a filter that I use, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's obvious. The filter that I use in, for the Basketball Crusades episodes is a filter called 1993, which I have on PixArt. And it's really, really cool, and it takes and it takes a long time. It doesn't take a long time, but it takes a while for it to process just like a 10-minute video. That's why the episodes are usually so short. Because it takes a long time just to process that 10-minute video. And so yesterday I was trying to do that with yesterday's video, and it didn't work. I tried it like 5 times. Like I tried it one time, and then I tried it again, and then I decided to delete a bunch of stuff, and then I tried it again, and it still wouldn't work, and then I tried it again, and it still wouldn't work, and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna have to upload this bear then, you know, because I gotta upload it. So, sorry about that. But I guess it kind of works. Because, I mean, that episode did take place in, like, the morning, I guess. Even though there's been episodes that have taken place in the... You get the point. So, yeah. Okay, the one thing I will say about Act 7... Act 7, so whereas Basketball Crusades are daily usually, the Act 7 won't be daily, but it will be episodes. There will be episodes, and they'll probably be released like weekly or bi-weekly. Because they're certainly going to take a little while to make. Not as long as something like, I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, it'll take a while, so you'll get like an episode of that like every 2 weeks or every week. So it'll basically be, it'll be a weekly, bi-weekly thing, kind of like what Liari's book club used to be, which eventually is gonna come back after we're done with I should also probably say this, after we're done with the Basketball Crusades. we're sort of going to be returning to the norm. Well, after the Basketball Crusades and then after the prologue of Act 7, we're going to be returning to the norm. Where we'll just have like a bunch of sort of oratoria episodes. We'll probably have to finish... we'll have to start and finish the Duo of Sun and Moon. And... of course, we're going to have to eventually get back to Aida's Vesta. And then we're also going to get back to this, like Liara's Book Club. We'll have like a spin-off Spectrum Spectacular, and an extravaganza, all that kind of stuff. So eventually we'll get back to that. But until then, I just need like at least like 5 to 6 filler episodes of just me talking about random crap, like half of this series is. So yeah, just confide in me, stuff will be awesome in just a minute. So, arigatou gozaimasu for watching another episode of Danjon ni de ao motomeru no amashi ga teiru darou ka? Memoria la Freese Y4. Oh my lord. Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up all those sections for the day. And I'll see you for another episode tomorrow, in which I don't know what the frick we're gonna do, but we're just gonna have to see anyway. Until tomorrow, good night. Hit it!
Netai